Hi, it's Dwyer from GamblersAdvisory.com with some comments about the upcoming Manny Pacquiao-Ricky Hatton fight. The odds have been posted. I don't believe this fight's going to go the distance, but it's not just whether or not you're on the right side of a sporting event that matters. It is also how you structure your bet. And here, I don't believe this fight goes the distance. I do believe this fight has considerable risk, regardless of who you take. The over-under has been posted. It's at 9.5 rounds. The payoff is a minus 105. So for every $10 that you bet, you would get back $9.50 in winnings if the fight does not go 9.5 rounds. I don't like the way that bet is structured. I don't like the payout on that bet for the risk involved. There are four possible scenarios concerning the over-under. Right? One is that Manny Pacquiao wins this fight by knockout inside of 9.5 rounds and you collect. A second is that Manny Pacquiao wins this fight by knockout after the halfway point of the 10th round, but before the bell rings in the 12th round. Then you have two other scenarios. One is that Ricky Hatton comes out, wins by knockout inside of 9.5 rounds, and you win the bet. The other is that Ricky Hatton takes the fight to the later rounds and wins by knockout between the halfway point of the 10th round and the end of the fight. Those are the four scenarios that, if you believe this fight won't go the distance, you believe might happen. Right? Those are the four scenarios that I see. The problem with the over-under bet is that you only win if two scenarios take place. Manny wins inside of 9.5, and Ricky wins inside of 9.5. I don't think that's enough. So, what I'm recommending is that you look at the prop bets. Manny Pacquiao to win by knockout is a plus 125. Ricky Hatton to win by knockout is a plus 300. I believe what you want to do is to split your bet. If you have a $20 stake allotted to this fight, and certainly you're not going to be foolish enough to put your entire gambling stake on this fight, but if you have a $20 stake allotted to this fight, whatever you have allotted, right, we're going to save the rest for other events. Whatever you have allotted, I want you to take half of it and put it on Manny Pacquiao to win by knockout. You'll get a plus 125. Then I want you to put the other half on Ricky Hatton to win by knockout for a plus 300. Now the logic is simply, regardless of who wins, if this fight does not go the distance, you're making money. So, if Manny Pacquiao wins by knockout inside of 9.5 rounds, granted, if you just took the straight under, you would make $19 on a $20 bet. If you put $20 on the under, you'd make $19 in profit, plus, of course, the return of your stake. Under the system I'm talking about, if Manny Pacquiao wins by knockout inside of 9.5 rounds, and let's do the math, a plus 125 on half of the bet would net you $2.50 total profit on the $20 out of pocket. Here's the difference, though. If Manny Pacquiao wins by knockout after the halfway point of the 10th round, under my system, you actually still make a profit of $2.50. You're still in the black. Whereas if you took Manny on the straight over-under, you'd be out $20. You would have no profit whatsoever. And of course, if Ricky Hatton wins by knockout, if Ricky would win by knockout inside of 9.5 rounds, If you took the straight over-under, you would get $19 in profit. Because Ricky's a plus 300, if you take Ricky on the prop bet with half your money, you actually make more money than that. You actually get a $20 net because, of course, in the $30 you would win on the 10 that you put on Ricky, 10 of that would go to pay off your loss on the Manny Pacquiao part of the bet. Remember, we're talking about splitting your 20 in two, 10 on Manny, 10 on Ricky Hatton, right? And so anything you win, you have to break off a portion to pay off the loss on the other half of the bet. So with Ricky Hatton, if he wins by knockout, under the way I've structured the bet, you actually make more money than you would make if you just took the straight under. Ricky wins inside of 9.5. On the straight over under, you get a minus 105. You get a $19 net. If you just take Ricky to win by knockout under 9.5 rounds, you actually get $20 net under the system I'm devising. And keep in mind, too, if Ricky wins by knockout after 9.5 rounds, had you taken the straight over-under, the under, you would be out of luck. With my system, you actually get the $20 back. So, I believe the recommended play, and I understand it sounds confusing, gamblers should figure out where I'm coming from. The recommended play is don't touch the over-under. What I want you to do is to look at the prop bets. Put half your money, just allotted stake for this match. Put half your money on Manny Pacquiao to win by knockout or disqualification. Put the other half on Ricky Hatton to win by knockout or disqualification. Give yourself all 12 rounds, not just 9.5. And I know you're giving up a little return. If Manny Pacquiao is able to win by knockout inside of 9.5, I believe that the price you pay for giving up a little bit of your return is well worth it, since it actually gets you more money if Manny Pacquiao wins by knockout between the middle of the 10th round and the end of the fight. And of course, you get more money if Ricky Hatton wins by knockout. So gambling is about self-insurance. It's about preparing for rainy days. It's about structuring bets the right way. While I don't feel this fight will go the distance, I feel that you want to structure the bet as I've discussed with the two prop bets so you get all 12 rounds as opposed to just a 9.5 over under. Manny is too elusive to get caught very early. Ricky Hatton, quite frankly, has only been stopped once, and that was at 147, not at 140, and that was by a heavier puncher than Manny Pacquiao. So let us know your thoughts. Visit us at gamblersadvisory.com. And as I always say, if we're wrong, punish us in the ratings here on YouTube. If we're right, give us 5 stars. And remember, when you gamble, always use your head, and the odds always matter. Okay, so you want to look at the prop bets, and you want to use them not just in this fight. You want to use them in every fight so that you're not limited to the parameters of the casino. You want to win if this fight doesn't go the distance. You don't want to have the fight not go the distance, but lose the bet because you took a 9.5 round over under. Good luck.